for me, the passion that's driving me forward is to think the potential that we could have by helping people, even lowering sugar by what we call incremental amounts, small amounts. If we were able to help people reduce sugar by 10%, imagine what that could do worldwide. If we could help people eliminate sugar 20%, 30%, great if you could be completely sugar-free. I'm Nabila.
Hi, and I'm Luke.
And we wanted to talk to you about our journey to sweet liberation and the journey of ZUKR, the journey of two founders that are on this crazy adventure to help the world be sugar-free.
So yes, Nabila, tell us your story. I mean, how did you find out about ZUKR?
Oh my God. So let's talk about ZUKR, because sweet liberation, really, the journey started with ZUKR. And about 5 years ago, I had foot surgery and I was actually very ill. I was off my foot for about a year, and I ended up, for some reason, I was being fed a lot of cake during that time. I don't know if it was well-meaning or whatever, but I ate a lot of sugar. In my recovery, my foot was incapacitated and I nearly lost it, actually. It was a horrible year. And during that time, I actually put on weight, which is something that I normally have been quite good at, sort of managing my weight. And I put on weight, felt really rubbish. And I realized the amount of sugar that I was eating was not good for my health. After a year of recovering and convalescing, I took a long, hard look at my diet, and it was awful. Like, I was eating so much sugar.
Terrible.
And I cut it out. I decided to cut the sugar out and just clean up my diet, really. Just start eating good, nutritious food, not going on any crazy diets or anything like that. And by cutting out the sugar, I just noticed that the weight started just to kind of fall off. It was amazing, and it was so effortless. And so that was my journey, really. But the problem is, I'm South American. We eat a lot of cake. We love baking. We love cooking. We love being in the kitchen. And basically, that was my story. I was looking for something to be able to replace the sugar in the cakes and the food that I was eating. I looked everywhere. I did my research. I was looking for something natural, no nasty chemicals, and nothing that made me go like that disgusting sweetener taste. So I looked everywhere, Luke, and I discovered basically, which is the beginning of our ZUKR story, I discovered erythritol, which is what ZUKR is made of. And I never really looked back, because I was able to use it in the same way as you use sugar in cooking and baking. And then I started to kind of become quite passionate about it. I replace sugar in my house. We don't have sugar in my sugar bowl. I have only ZUKR now. We have ZUKR. And that was the beginning of my journey to being kind of not completely sugar-free, but sugar-free enough that it's made a massive impact on my health. So that I would call that sugar-free. What about you? What's your story?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's been an amazing revelation. I can't believe how lucky I feel for you to have introduced me to ZUKR. I mean, I was actually having 5 sugars in my coffee. I was ordering takeaway coffee, and the people in the local takeaways were sort of horrified when I was asking for 5 sugars. But it was the only thing I could have in my coffee, because I like sweet coffee, because coffee, as we all know, is bitter. But and I didn't really drink tea, but certainly I knew sugar. Sugar was bad for me. I mean, I spent a lot of time as a child in the dentist chair being drilled, and that's a sugar reduction. We had open access to sugar. There was sugar was on the table. It would be, I would think nothing of putting, 2 big dessert spoons on Weetabix or shredded wheat, or even my cornflakes. So even the milk was sweet when I was, swilling it around and
drink it at the end
from the bowl. It was hideous. So I knew I needed to cut it out. But other thing I would say is, as a keen cyclist as well, I was having these sugary things on my bicycle. And the problem was I was getting that sugar high and then the sugar crash. When you're an athlete or working hard, be it running or cycling, when you have a sugar crash, you literally, the little computer that you might have on the front of your bike, you just can't see it anymore. You're losing your sugar level. The sugar level drops so rapidly because of the amount of how fast you're burning sugar in your body that, a lot of athletes should understand as well about how to fuel. And that was one of the big things for me. And I found as well, accidentally, my biggest takeaway on finding out about ZUKR is that I found that I accidentally was losing weight because it was so easy. The transition from sugar onto ZUKR was seamless. It was just swapping out straight 1 for 1, 1 spoon of sugar to 1 spoon of ZUKR, and you don't get hungry. That was the big revelation for me. And therefore, you're not snacking. I've stopped eating all the biscuits and the cakes. And also, the other thing is, when you get to a certain age as a man, thinking about other parts of your body that probably can do without being fed sugar is certainly one of the things. So from a health perspective, any man over the age of 40, I think there is always a big risk, and I think it's sugar that feeds those certain diseases that men get.
Nasty cells, yeah. It's amazing. So what about did you try anything else to kind of replace sugar? Did you even think there was
over the years, people have said, why don't you have some saccharin in some tea? No, that doesn't work. I absolutely, a lot of the supermarkets, in fact, I'll say who it is. It's actually Marks and Spencer. They only sell diet soft drinks. And it's impossible to get anything that is, I think anything that's actually, not got this awful, chemical in. And I certainly won't touch anything like that. I would rather pick up a normal can of the original Coca-Cola.
They call it full fat, even though there's no fat in it. They'll go full fat.
Yeah, exactly. and have a can of Coca-Cola that has sugar in it, knowing that that's really bad for you, but possibly not as bad as some of these awful chemicals that leave a horrible taste.
The thing is the taste, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
stevia. What do you think of stevia? It's plant-based, but crikey.
It's so bad. I can't stand it. And I know it's better for you than sugar, but I can't do that to the food. I feel like the food is offended. That's just my taste.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm cursed with a family that loves cooking. Yeah. It's not a curse for us, to be honest. It's such a pleasure to cook and to eat delicious food. But unfortunately, it's a curse if you're trying to cut out the yummy things, because you kind of have this bounce off effect. You go, yeah, I'm just going to do the diet thing and I'm going to just cut it all out. And you can only last a certain amount of time before you just go crazy. You're like, I need the ice cream. It's the chocolate emergency, genuine. Actual real story, chocolate emergency.
How does that make you feel after you've eaten the whole cake?
To be honest, I have no regret at the time, but it's only the scales afterwards. Or with me, I suffer from a chronic, lifelong inflammatory disease. It's an autoimmune disease. And so for me, the problem is the instant gratification is taken over by seized up joints. My joints seize up like this, and the pain that I get, and then it takes me ages to get up in the morning. I'm in pain. I have to see, my consultant several times a year. I've had injections. That cascade effect of eating top food that my body reacts to in that way. I'm not telling you everybody's body reacts in the same way, but mine doesn't like this kind of highly processed, highly sugary food. And it is delicious. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but it doesn't love me back. That's the thing.
But the good thing is with ZUKR is, you can actually cook with it, right? You can bake with it. You can have it in, on tea, coffee. You can have it on any sort of puddings and things. It's amazing.
It is.
And it's a great stepping stone, because that's what we see, isn't it, with ZUKR, is that, if you're trying to go to eventually to a sugar-free diet or cutting down, even if you went, swapped out half of the sugar.
Exactly.
But the stepping stone that ZUKR provides in terms of taking you on your sugar-free journey, it's a brilliant intermediary. You can carry. We've been obviously having the ZUKR for years. Tell us about where it comes from. What?
Yes.
The origin of it.
So the origin of it is interesting, because people say to us, they want to go, well, I don't want to try something new. Where is this from? What's it made of? I don't want to eat chemicals. They always have the same reaction, which quite frankly, I have the same reaction to anything like that, because I don't want anything artificial in my body like that. So anyway, believe it or not, this was discovered 170 years ago by a Scottish scientist, and John Stenhouse, who also invented the respirator. So during the pandemic, we should have been very grateful to him. But he invented the respirator, but he was also a scientist, a biologist, and he did a fermentation of blackstrap molasses and discovered this basically a property called erythritol, this compound. And it's a polyol. It's from the same family as other polyols, such as maltolol, xylitol, all of these fermentations of glucose that we need to get a chemist to really explain this in full.
Yeah.
But it's fascinating. So what the amazing thing about erythritol compared to other polyols are, you find them in all food, so many foods, from sweet foods, diet foods, and actually is a bulking agent in a lot of foods. But anyway, this particular polyol does not have any calories. It's 0 calories, which is different to other polyols. And also, I don't know if you've had this unfortunate experience, but I remember as a child buying some sweets, some mints, and they were like fresh breath mints or something like that. And they said, I didn't read the warning on the side. It said, may have a laxative effect. Anyway, I ate the whole packet of mints with sorbitol in. That was an interesting
and some
experience.
people find that can cause a bit of gas with some of them, but yeah, that's all told.
Running
And xylitol, not good.
Well,
But there are no gastric effects with ZUKR.
It doesn't seem to have. It still has to, by law, carry the same polyol warning.
Yeah.
And manufacturers of erythritol and other and polyol sort of manufacturers have been campaigning for some time to have that removed, actually, as a warning from erythritol.
And
quite different.
Also, let's be clear about what is a polyol. You take the sweetness out of something like sweet corn, and then what you do to get a polyol, you actually add a fermentation process. There's no alcohol or anything in it or anything like that, but there is a fermentation. So there's an extra step on top of taking the sweetness that is the normal, so the glucose side of things, and and you're left. And John Stenhouse discovered that you're actually left with crystallized erythritol, which is obviously ZUKR.
Crystal, that's right. So this was amazing. And so we have a lot to thank him for, actually. But this is kind of the food industry's biggest kept secret, because although it was known and it's been used in the pharmaceutical industry for decades,
Yes.
I mean, it's amazing. It's been around for decades. Most people don't know about it. One of the things is that imagine if this is something that has no calories, 0 GI, and it actually is good for the teeth.
Yes.
It actually helps to recalcify the teeth. It's amazing. So with all of these things, when we discovered this together, Luke, I mean, we were just so excited about the potential for this in the world, weren't we?
Yeah, and since then we've been looking on packets and things, and we're finding it in toothpaste, chewing gum. It's even people have even got some drops, haven't they, for their dog water? They're actually, so the vets and things are recommending it because it cleans the mouth and it cleans the streptococcus bacteria in your mouth. And so you don't have that traditional sort of coffee breath that you can get with that is created by the sugar.
Exactly, and it doesn't ruin your coffee.
And it doesn't ruin your coffee.
I mean, I know there's a lot of people that say, do you know what, I would just take the sugar, even though I know it's bad for me and it's bad for my teeth, blah blah blah. But it tastes so good. I'm not going to ruin my coffee with a sweetener, and I don't blame them, because I personally felt exactly the same way. This is the only thing I've ever used in my hot drinks that can replace sugar like for like. And
we don't call it a sweetener, do we? It's actually a sugar replacement.
Sugar replacement.
So there are sweeteners on the market, but this is not like
It's
that.
not.
This is a sugar replacement, and obviously better than any of the sweeteners, as we would say. But always say to people, challenge people to try it. To
Exactly.
test on it.
Exactly. The amazing thing about it is how much children love it.
Yes.
That's the thing that we're amazed by every time. And I think that's what's driven this passion, hasn't it,
Yes.
for this business. So what's the thing that's making you passionate about sweet liberation? Because we're on this podcast saying hi to everybody. We are accelerating with these episodes. They are getting listened to worldwide. So we are now reaching a worldwide audience. So exciting, isn't it? What's driving your passion for this?
Well, I think I really want to be able to say we've talked to enough people, and enough people have tried it, that, and that's for me is giving, giving people the chance. And I see my job and my passion really is to make sure that I've reached out to everybody and said, look at this product. It's been kept a bit of a secret by, the sugar industry,
Yeah.
and being able to reach everyone and say, try it. It's such an amazing invention.
Amazing. It is amazing. For me, the passion that's driving me forward is to think the potential that we could have by helping people, even lowering sugar by what we call incremental amounts, small amounts. If we were able to help people reduce sugar by 10%, imagine what that could do worldwide. If we could help people eliminate sugar 20%, 30%, great if you could be completely sugar-free. But imagine if you could cut back on the amount of sugar that you're eating by those percentages, how much of an impact we could have worldwide. And that excites me, Luke. That really
does.
excites
And it's going to make a big difference, even to the sort of the hospitals. And we've said, we'd love to get it into all the schools, all the hospitals, certainly starting with the UK. And imagine even if the hospitals and schools cut out half of the sugar consumption, look at the difference that would make to the children. And in fact, with my son, he has found that he has actually been able to concentrate better in lessons, because traditionally when he's having sugar on cereal, it means his concentration levels are fine for an hour or so, but by 10 o'clock, he's starting to feel tired. And that's as a result of the sugar spike and the sugar load.
Exactly. I mean, the thing is, we have sugar has now top the main ingredient in so many foods in the supermarket. The other day, we were walking around the supermarket. We were looking for meat treat, weren't we? And
a meat treat.
Yeah, this has triggered me.
Check your labels, everybody. And I know a lot of people talk about this on the internet. Pieces of meat, dried meat or whatever it might be, or cured meat. It's got sugar in it. Nuts. I wanted to buy some cashew nuts. Turned it over. Sugar.
It was a health brand as well. It was a so-called health brand, and we went in there and
sugar.
It had sugar. We found sugar in mayonnaise. We found sugar in hummus. We're like, first of all, who on earth is crazy?
It's in guacamole.
Guacamole, hummus.
Yeah. They're putting it in everything. And in fact, actually, what was interesting, we went on a sugar summit, and they're actually saying that British Sugar are looking to increase the sugar consumption in the UK by 30%. So I thought to myself, well, how is that going to be possible? Because you're not going to start having
sugar.
If you have 3 sugars in your coffee, how are they increasing that by 30%? But actually what it is it's sneaking it into all the foods. And so the studies behind that really are all about trying to use sugar to make people hit that dopamine center of the brain and try and get you to rebuy, because you're eating something, you taste salty flavor. And as I say, so that's where you're being ambushed by the sugar. So that's where your sugar consumption will go up. And that will make us all more sick. And then, when people are feeling, unwell or lethargic, they're probably more likely to go and snack.
It's a closed loop, isn't it? The things that for our great grandmothers would have been the treats, it's something that you might happen once a year, a few times a month. Is happening every day for so many people now. It's something that is in their daily life. I mean, we still have some sugar sometimes, but it's not every single day. It's a rare event. And afterwards, quite frankly, we feel quite yucky, because we can have all those nice things, and it might be when we go out, something like that. But still, we are eating so much sugar, and it's 6 times more addictive than crack cocaine.
Yes.
It's shocking.
And also the other thing that you discovered was the about how that it's actually killing more people than cigarettes.
It's just shocking. It's so shocking.
More people are dying from sugar, and that and the amount of money that's spent on things like diabetes every year is horrendous. And also dental work for children. Again, the figures on that are quite astounding. So how do people get hold of ZUKR, and what's the next steps with this?
Obviously, if you're seeing this and the Sweet Liberation podcast, we are super happy that you're here. We want to engage with you, and we want you to try our solution for quitting sugar, because for anybody like us, like you with your 5 sugars, like me with my fanatic cake addiction, I love cake, it's hard to quit sugar without something that still resembles normal life for most people. So you can buy it from Amazon. We are available on Amazon in UK, and we soon going to be available Amazon worldwide. You can buy from our website. So if you look on sweetliberation.co.uk, you'll be able to access our website. ZUKR.co.uk will take you to our website as well, and to our offers, because we have some special offers. And very soon, we are so excited about
having our
app. We are super excited because...
Talk about what's in the app, what's coming.
Yeah, but let's talk about the backstory. Why did we think about it?
Well, because we wanted to be able to support people, right? And create a community of people that are all moving in the same direction. And we feel that you're more likely to be able to stick to something and start getting inspired if a lot of other people are doing it. But they may be involved in some challenges as well.
Exactly. We know that how difficult it is to quit sugar, and we know it's 6 times more addictive than cocaine. It's available to babies. It's available to everybody of all ages, everywhere. It's impossible to get rid of, the temptations. So forming a community, the evidence is stacked for the support and the accountability of community building, and how that can help in really helping people make long and lifelong changes, impact and change. And that's what we are about as a brand, as an education movement, and as a campaign movement. We are here to help people and help them in making lifelong changes. So that's what the app is about. And it's so exciting. I want to talk about, should I talk about the content?
Please do.
We are so excited about this. So in the app, we are going to have some of our favorite recipes. And also we are going to join forces with some of the top content creators in the world that are providing fantastic high quality health education and support in the space of health, nutrition and wellness. So we are joining forces with some fantastic creators. In the app, you're going to be able to access brilliant recipes, community support. So this is going to be brilliant because people really benefit from that community, that accountability, that support, and just having that kind of family welcoming atmosphere. So it's not a place of judgment. It's not a place of dieting. It's actually a place of fun. It's a party in an app, people. It's so exciting. It's a party in an app. We have playlists in there because we love a kitchen disco, don't we?
We do.
We love a kitchen disco. Every family should be having kitchen discos. We should be enjoying staying active and moving, enjoying having sweet treats as part of a healthy, nutritious lifestyle, and joy. Happiness. We are bringing the joy and the happiness into healthy living. So it is a party in an app. We are not about, our message is not about dieting, is it, Luke?
No, not at all. And the thing is, as you say, you're bringing fun into the cooking, showing some really straightforward, easy to recipes to get involved with and get the family involved. And that's the thing, getting everybody involved and getting everybody involved and supporting everyone else in this transition, getting the rest of the family as well, because you probably know what it's like if you're the only person in the family that's trying a bit of something. It's quite hard, but if you're engaging everybody, the whole family see the value in actually, ditching sugar, having less work at the dentist, having less tired spells.
It just feels effortless. There's no reason not to quit sugar now. We are bringing the fun, the excitement, the yummy treats. We're seriously yummy, like literally chocolate brownie yummy treats into a healthy lifestyle. What is there not to love about that, Luke?
Well, no, it's amazing.
I mean,
love it.
there's not that, that heaviness you get when people say you're on a diet and you're like, God.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to feel like that. And that's why these lifestyle changes are unsustainable and long-term. We don't believe in that. We think that life should feel like a party. Enjoying healthy living should feel like a joyous occasion, a celebration of healthy living. And that is what we as a brand are about. We are not a diet brand, are we?
No.
We're not a diet brand, and we're not here to judge anybody.
It's a transition, isn't it? It's a transition.
Yes, exactly. And we believe that this is the easiest way to remove all barriers and resistance to having a joyful, healthy, enjoyable life that still includes treats, but is filled with happiness for the celebration of being healthy.
And I think also as well on our website, all those giveaways, I think the things that you've got, the planning side of things, the recipe ideas, everything else.
Very good. Yeah. We've got so many things lined up for you guys, and we just can't wait to be able to serve everybody on this journey. There are just no excuses anymore for healthy living, having fun, because we are wanting to bring joy and happiness to every single family in the world.
Yeah.
That will benefit from this journey. So with that said, what do you want? What's that kind of your vision for Sweet Liberation going forward?
Well, my vision for Sweet Liberation is, getting a lot of engagement from people, so that to have everybody up would come join up, get involved and start having fun baking.
Yeah, the thing that I'm really looking forward to is creating a movement of people who are passionate about this, and that see how easy and how achievable it is, how fun it is to be sugar-free. It doesn't have to be heavy. It is easy and it is fun and it is available to everybody. So can't wait to serve you and engage with you on this journey. And we can't wait to hear all of your feedback and comments and ideas so that we can serve you even more on this journey. And there anything you want to?
No, I think that's perfect. I think that we just let's get everybody engaged and having fun, and that's the big mission.
Yeah, let's join the party, guys, because this is going to be a party, a healthy living party like no one. It's a party. Forget the healthy living bit. It's a party like no other. You're going to have so much fun, and we can't wait to serve you. So with that said, we'll love you and leave you, and we hope that you are enjoying the Sweet Liberation, and we are here to cheer you on in your success too. So here's to your sweet success and to being able to serve you in that. So with that said, lots of love, and we will see you in the next episode.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.